Okay, this is looking very smoky and very intense. I kind of like it. Alright everyone, so let's get started. Now for today's video, we are going to be doing a lot of negative spaces. So get ready, I'm very excited about today's makeup look. We're going to jump right into it today. So what I'm first going to do, I'm going to start by moisturizing my skin. I'm going to be using the Fenty Skin Hydra Visor. I've been using this non-stop every single day of my life. It's amazing, it's lightweight, it's hydrating, it has SPF, so it's going to protect the skin from the sun. So I'm just going to do maybe like 2 pumps of that. And by the way, happy Saint-Jean to all my Quebecer subscribers. Today is Quebec's National Day. I'm kind of very excited. I have so many plans for today. We're going to go to the beach. I'm going to go running. And the temperature is amazing today. So I'm really excited. I'm like in a super nice mood. And by the way, I'm really curious to know, let me know in the comments below where you're from. I don't know if there's a lot of Quebecers that watch my video. I'm actually really curious to know, because I do see a lot of like French comments sometimes, and I also see Spanish comments. So yes, let me know. All right, so let's, oh my god, rambling. I'm going to be starting with my eyes today because we are going to use a lot of colors on the eyes. Well, not colors, we're going to use a lot of shadows, so I want to make sure that my complexion makeup will be flawless after. So I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Longwear Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. This primer is really good, it does the job. I've been using it for quite some time now, and I'm going to prime both my eyes. I'm going to be very generous with the primer because we are going to be using a lot of gray shadow today and a lot of cool tone shadows, and I really want the makeup look to be super rich and very intense. The gray eyeshadows I own, they're a little bit chalky, so I really want to make sure that my eye is really well primed so that the shadow does have something to stick on. And as you can see, I'm also taking this on my under eye and very far on my outer corner. Alright, so next what I'm going to be doing, I'm mainly going to be using the Club Nebula palette from Kaleidos today. And I really want to go ahead and use the shade called Rock Hopper, which is a really pretty gray purple shade. I don't remember using this shade on my eyes before, so I'm not sure if this shadow is good. I think it might be a little bit chalky maybe. I kind of have the impression that this shade is not the best, but it's really the color I'm looking for, so I really want to make it work. So I'm going to start by taking that shade with a very small flat brush, and I'm really going to pack this all over my lid. So I really want to get a first layer of color on my lid. And also, if you do have a gray kohl liner, this would probably be good to do. You could probably do a base of gray kohl liner underneath. Should I do that? Because I'm really scared that this shade might start and look patchy. Maybe I'm going to do it because I don't have a gray kohl liner. I only have a black one. Maybe I should do the black. Yeah, it's already like, do you see that? I'm kind of like packing it on and it's just removing the pigment. I don't even want to go further because I know that this is not going to blend the way I want. So I'm just going to remove that really quickly, and I'm going to use a kohl liner. All right, so my eye is re-primed. So I'm going to be taking my Yves Rocher kohl pencil in the shade Black. I'm using this one because this one is really creamy and it is going to glide really nicely on top of the eyes. And I'm mainly keeping this on the mobile lid. So I'm not going to take this too far in the crease yet. And then with a flat condensed brush, I'm just going to tap over the edges. Alright, so here we go. I went ahead and did the other eye off camera because my camera was already overheating. What the heck? As you can see, this is looking really rough. I just really wanted to have a base before doing the gray. So I'm going to take that gray shade with the flat brush, and now I'm going to go on top. So I'm just going to do very light tapping motions. Yes, this is already looking much better. Alright, and now we're going to start doing a little bit of blending. So I'm going to be taking a very small blender brush, and I'm going to be very careful and just do a very lightweight back and forth motion in my crease. Just to help the blending a little bit more, I'm going to take my Milk Translucent powder and I'm going to grab that with a smaller fluffy brush. And I'm just going to place this on the edge of the darker shadow, just to help the blending a little bit. As you can see, that trick definitely softened the edges. Okay, this is looking very smoky and very intense. I kind of like it. All right, I'm pretty happy with what I have right now. I'm kind of like a little bit scared about these next few steps because this could be really nice or really awful. So I'm going to be using a Q-tip. I'm going to remove most of the cotton from the Q-tip. So here we go. I removed a lot of the cotton so that we're left with just a little bit. I'm going to soak this into some micellar water and I'm going to remove the excess on the back of my hand. This step is really important because you do not want micellar water to run down your makeup. And now I'm going to erase a line, kind of creating a negative cut crease. So yes, I'm going to be very still and I really don't want to mess this up. And I'm going to do the same on my outer corner, but I'm kind of going to create a negative liner. Alright, so here we go. I'm really loving this right now. This is so interesting. I really love the negative eyeliner. Next, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using some concealer and I'm just going to clean some of the lines even more. I think for my concealer, just because I don't want to use something too pigmented, I think I'm going to go ahead and use the Rare Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 130N. I'm using this one just because whenever you do negative space liners, I don't like when I use something too light or too pigmented, just because it's not going to look negative. You really want to make sure that the negative space in your eyeshadow is actually the same color of your skin so that it looks negative and it doesn't look like white liner on your eyes. So I'm going to take some concealer on the back of my hand and I'm going to go over where we removed the eyeshadow. Now, just to make sure that nothing moves or transfer, I'm going to take my Milk Translucent powder with another small brush and I'm just going to set that concealer in place. Alright, so I'm just going to do the same on the other eye and I'll be right back. Here we go. These are not symmetrical. This eye, oh my god. Like, it's fine. It looks fine. This one is really nice, but this one... Alright, so before we finish the eyes, I'm just going to do my complexion. Actually, I'm kind of like not sure if I want to do something, but it might ruin the makeup look. I think I really want to go ahead and use some of the shimmers from my Pat McGrath Mothership palette, Mega Mothership palette. I'm kind of hesitating between this one and this one. I think just to give more dimension to the makeup look, I'm going to start and try to use this one right here. It's kind of a shifty purple to orange shade. It's really interesting. So I'm going to take that shade with a fluffy, denser brush. And I'm just going to place this on the very center of my lid. I don't like it. So I'm just removing some of it with a Q-tip and I'm going to go on top with the gray shade from the Kaleidos palette. Okay, makeup look saved. Alright, so now we're going to start working on the complexion. So I'm just going to remove some of the fallout. So for my foundation, I'm going to be using this product right here. You're not surprised. I'm really sorry. I've been using this nonstop. This foundation, if you haven't tried it, it's amazing. If you enjoy very lightweight natural foundations that still leaves a little bit of skin texture, yet it really unifies the skin, you're going to love this. It's really good. It's really nice. I have the shade 140C. So I'm just going to place... Oh, almost forgot to do my primer. Woo! I was close. For my primer, I'm going to be using the Milk Hydro Grip. This primer, I never tried it with this foundation. I'm really curious to see. This primer is more hydrating. It's really going to make my skin dewy and fresh. And for today's makeup look, I really want to look extra dewy and very hydrated. So I'm just taking a little bit of that primer and I'm going to place that all over my face. And now the foundation. I'm just going to place a little bit. You really do not need a lot of this foundation. A little goes a very long way. And to blend everything in, I'm also going to use the foundation brush from Rare Beauty. And for my concealer, I'm also going to use the Rare Beauty concealer. This is in the shade 130N. I'm almost out of this. This is so empty. I use this every single day. It's really nice. If you're looking for a very lightweight concealer, look no further. This one is quite nice. So I'm just placing this on the high points of my face and also where I do have some redness. So for example, around my chin. And to blend everything in, I'm going to start with the foundation brush. I've been using the foundation brush to blend in my concealer. And it's really nice because it's really fast and it does not absorb too much product. Next for my bronzer, I'm going to be using the Tower 28 Illuminating Bronzer. This bronzer is amazing. If you want to look dewy and goddess-like, you're going to love this because this bronzer is very warming and illuminating. So I'm going to take that bronzer with the butt of my sponge and I'm just going to place this on the perimeter of my face. So my forehead, the hollows of my cheeks, on my nose, and down my neck. For my blush, just because the eyes are so cool toned, I'm going to use the Milk Makeup Lip and Cheek Stick. This is in the shade Rally. It's kind of like a really pretty mauvey pink shade. And I'm going to grab that with my sponge and I'm going to place that on my cheeks. And next what I want to do, I want to take a very small brush. This is a very fluffy brush from Beauty Cosmetics. And I'm going to take my milk powder and I'm just going to set my under eye, like right here under my eye. I don't want to set my whole face because I want to keep the dewiness, but I don't want my under eye to crease. And for my highlight, I'm thinking of using this one right here. This is the Kaleidos highlight in the shade Comet Catcher and it has a really nice pink shift. I think it's going to look really nice with these eyes. So I'm going to take a very like fluffy brush. This is also a BH Cosmetics brush. I'm going to grab that highlight and I'm really carefully going to place this on the high points of my cheeks. And I'm doing tapping motions because we do have a lot of cream products right now. And I don't want to disturb the creams. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. That's perfect with this look. All right, now I'm just going to do some mascara and I'm also going to fill in my brows. For my mascara, I'm going to be using the Dare Real Magnet Mascara from Benefit. And then for my brows, I'm going to fill them in using the Yves Rocher Brow Pencil in the shade Châtain. And then I'm going to set them in place using the 24-hour Brow Setter from Benefit. Alright, so here we have it. My brows are filled in. Next, we are going to... I was planning on doing a very smoky lower lash line, but I really like the fact that the negative liner is like going into my skin. Like it's not going into like a smoked out lower lash line. It's kind of like stopping and then it's just skin. So I think I'm going to leave the eyes like this for the time being and we're going to jump with the lips. For my lips, I'm going to start by lining them using the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in the shade Endless Caca. I think this cool tone eye really calls for cool tone lips. So I'm just going to line my lips using this really quickly. Then to fill them in, I'm going to use my Clarins Velvet Lip Perfector. This is in the shade number 1. This is the most comfortable matte lipstick that I own. And the color on this is really pretty as well. It's kind of like a brown, light brown shade. So I'm just going to place that in the center. Like, do you see this shade? Oh my god, this shade is gorgeous. I love this. All right, and I think I'm going to place a little bit of gloss on my lips, so I'm going to use the Colourpop X Raw Beauty Kristi lip gloss in the shade Wildflower. Not sure if this is going to look good, but we're going to try. So I'm just going to place just a tiny little bit on top, just to give a little shine, but nothing crazy. Alright, is this a finished look? Am I forgetting something? Here we have it. This is the finished look. I'm loving it. I'm obsessed. This eye is a little bit wonky, but this one looks quite nice. I'm very happy. I'm really excited to take pictures. Today's secret emoji is... What is today's secret emoji? We need something with a lot of sharpness. Ooh, I know! Okay, so today's secret emoji is going to be the little devil, like the purple devil. So put the purple devil in the comment section below so that I know you're still here with me. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. You can also subscribe to my channel. I put up new videos every single Mondays, so subscribe so that you don't miss any of the Makeup Mondays. And that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.